You could maybe come down on the whole thing just a little. I think bass is okay though. You guys should just like, it's bass middle. You're on this side. Drew's on this side. Or like, I mean, it's literally like it doesn't really matter. They mostly just need to know like where how many mics you need.
Yeah.
And like what they.
How many did you ask for? 3?
3 mics. Because I was like, we're being professional. We can't be sharing mics. We're a big deal now.
Yeah. No, but it's badass. We're like the Beatles.
And then, because I like at practice when both of them sometimes do backup. I'm like, we need that more show.
Yeah, facts.
Alright.
welcome in my own home.
We literally only have 30 minutes left before 9 o'clock. I think we're good.
What you get?
Let's do it from there again.
I know, but okay, that's completely different. It's just it completely changes the whole song.
So how do I want the album to sound? I want it to, it's in a weird way, I guess that's how everyone feels, but I want it to sound like nothing that's ever been made ever. But at the same time, I want to be kind of stuck. I don't want to be stuck to a genre, but I want people to hear us and be like, oh, that's definitely post-hardcore or whatever it may be. Oh yeah, I definitely think that most of us kind of have a similar vision. But I don't think all of us have. I don't think all of us are on the exact same page. Which I think is at the end of the day, that's actually a good thing, because you don't want to like a whole like, I guess maybe like other people can bring in like just like writers are more of like a, what do you say, like you enjoy other things more than the style of music that we make, like other genres.
You could say.
I mean, I do too. Like Ween is my favorite band. They're not fucking post-hardcore. Unless you want to argue that. Maybe grunge. They could be grunge. Some songs.
I think from a sound sense, to put it more into those words, like experimental, like I want there to be a lot of weird noises. It's kind of like, I mean, we've discussed with T before the recording process, like a lot of inspiration kind of from like Steve Albini weirdness, like within Tweez, how there's broken glass, stuff like that. And like from a drum aspect, he said one of his like big inspirations was like Polvo's like drum recording sound, and that is like exactly what I want. Like that would be perfect. It's a great sound, and I love how Steve Albini, he's like the master of drums to me. Like he mixes drums perfectly. Anyone who hates on Tweez mix is not a drummer, because if you were a drummer, you know. Steve Albini drums are just elite. Like you feel like you're in the room with them, and that's like what I need. Like, yeah. I don't know. Music is sick, I feel like, but that's it.
Damn, this album must be good as hell. I'm gonna go get the album immediately. It was like a call. It was like prophecy, really. It was like Jesus spoke to me. I didn't really know what was about to happen, but it was goated. So, and I bike over, and I go to Guest Room Records, and I'm standing there, like kind of like I get the Melvins Houdini and Slint Spiderland, and I'm like holding them in both of my hands. And I like take a picture of them and I send it to my little group chat, and I'm like, yo, which one should I buy? And like nobody responds. And then I'm like holding it, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I only heard this one song, but it's so good, and the removal or whatever. And then this guy, and he could have been like a member of Slint. It could have been like Brian, like was at guest room, and I wouldn't know because I don't remember him. But I'm like holding the 2 records, and I'm not even like holding them out like this. I'm holding them like to my side, and he can see it, and he's like, I didn't know 14 how old are you? And I'm like, 13. And he's like, I didn't know 13-year-olds listen to Slint. I'm like, what? He's like, that is an amazing album. What I want you to do is I want you to buy that, go home, wait till it gets dark out, put it on with some big headphones, maybe like light a candle or something, and I want you to listen to this whole album. It's gonna change your life. And so I was like, damn, fuck, I guess I gotta buy it now. So I bought it, and I get the album, and I'm holding it, and I'm like, my feet are like shaking in the car, and I'm like, I'm gonna be like Mike, like, cause that album basically turned me into Slint. And then I play it, and with the big headphones, with the candle, with the lights off, it's night out, and I'm listening to it, and I just like implode. And then it was kind of like I stood up, and then my whole body kind of turned white and cracked, and then like a new fresh me came out of it, like a changed person. And then I was like, damn, this is pretty good. So I kept doing research on it. I found out about like post-hardcore, and I listened to all those bands, and then I made this band now, and now we just copy Slint songs and Squirrel Bait songs. And that's all we do.
Yeah, Owen definitely inspired me a lot to play guitar. Actually, Owen started learning guitar when he was about 14, and I was about like 12. And I'd also got a Guitar Hero controller at that time, and I started playing a lot of Guitar Hero. But Owen kind of inspired me, and then our sister Ren got a ukulele, and I started playing it, and I was like, damn, this is easy as fuck. So then I started noodling on a classical guitar, because it was basically like a big ukulele to me, and all the chords work if you try them on a guitar. And then I got an electric at the beginning of 2020, and yeah, I've been playing bass since probably like 2020, 2021, but it hasn't been my main instrument until this year, because I didn't know I was going to be a bass player. The first practice, Jude was on drums, and he was very adamant about saying that we were looking for another drummer because he wanted to play guitar, and I had no objections to playing bass. I thought it'd be fun for this kind of music, and it is. It's very fun, and like, yeah, I have no objections to it. It's kind of the chill part. Yeah. If I was doing all 5 fingers at once for 20 minutes, that'd be a little much for me.
When I started playing in like fuzzy rooms and stuff, and I was like fully like, I like being a drummer. This is cool. My parents, who have been involved, like my dad was in bands as a teenager and like his whole life. My mom was like a part of the scene, like promoted shows and stuff. So they started showing me like old LPs and CDs from bands that like were in the South End of Louisville, which is where I live, where Jude lives. And I thought it was so cool because like during that time, it really seemed like there was literally like 2 separate kind of scenes going on. There was like the South End scene, which was like a lot more like usually like poor kids that were like really just angry, and like there was a lot of angst. And then there was like more of the East End scene that was, you know, came from more money and more like cared about being like musicianship and stuff. And I just loved like how like raw the South End stuff was, and like so many great bands like the End Tables, Red Sun from like the 90s and 80s, early 2000s. I love that sound, and I think it's kind of like strange that there's not like a lot of that anymore. Like there's I can't think of, there's hardly any venues in that area. K-Valley Kava is like the only one, and I'm glad that it's a venue because it's like in the Shively area. And I think that's great because like I feel like a lot of people in those areas are not as like easily exposed, like if they don't have like a constant source of transport to go to these type of shows. So yeah, like I feel like there's not a lot of people in the South End anymore interested in music. And I feel like that's not because there couldn't be, but maybe because they don't have as much opportunity to see it, you know?
There's been, ever since like, I don't know, the start of this year, there's been an inflation of price, and there's been an inflation of like number of bands on bills, like in the scene or whatever. And it's like in February when we did the Tabs, Anemic Royalty, Shipfire, Skip Tracer show, yeah, that's like 4 of the biggest bands in the city, but it's also like, well, 3 of the biggest bands in the city. So it was like Skip Tracer second, so it was 3 biggest bands in the city, but it's also still only 4 bands. But last October, there was literally an 8-band bill with plenty of big bands, and I genuinely believe that the 8-man bill is daunting, and it was $12, and it's like that show, I mean, it was $10 because it was like a Spinelli's thing and they wouldn't let us change it, but like more show at that time, even if I haven't even been in the scene that long, and there's like, I can see an upscale in price. It's literally doubled in the last year. Like shows are like almost getting to like $15 average show. It's just insane because the bands that are really good don't, for some, I guess just like they're really good bands, and that's not to say that like obviously like some band like, but basically the really good bands, they're really good bands that are really experienced and really play like music with a great deal of like love, but for some odd reason they have no interest in playing and getting big at all. They just like play shows like at their house or wherever just to hang out with their friends. I mean, I think that's cool as shit. Like I think that's fire, but it also like pains me because it's like not only would that be putting on so many young people to all kinds of cool music, it's like it would just bring back some of that mentality and also make the music, the popular music, good instead of just like Anemic Royalty.
Sorry. Please.
Back when Big Rock shows were like always free, and there was like free like backyard shows and stuff like that, I think that was the better times, and I think that's when, or better times of the scene as of right now. And I think like bands that or bills that have like 7, 8 bands on them, $15 cover like every other week is like, it's like, it's sad. It's like almost sad. Like I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's just like what's going on. Cause like literally there'd be no glaze, but there'd be like Tabs, Sunshine, fucking Lux, all in one shows like on weekends for free or for like $5. That was the best. And I don't know what happened. I don't know when it started. The Fiend starts. The Fiend. The scene. It's starting to feel more like a gimmick and like a personality trait than like a real interesting thing.
First like real show I went to was like the first 2 hours of Sweaterfest in 2022, and I thought it was so fire. But basically, it's predicted to sell out, and selling out at headliners is like 600 people or something, or like more than that. And so even if it's like a way smaller percentage of that, it's still going to be like around 100 people or more, so that's kind of scary. So we got to really lock in.
Is that going to be, that's your biggest show yet?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like there's so many bands on there, that's like their biggest show yet, honestly. Like that's a huge production now. Bro, it's about to be so badass, bro. Nobody understands. Bro, T just told us that the heater broke and we're all gonna have to bring space heaters, bro. Do you know how badass that is? I'm gonna pull up, I'm gonna hop out. It's gonna be like dead of night, literally pitch black outside. It's like literally the place that it's at, it literally looks dystopian. It's literally like a hole in the wall. Like you gotta like climb through plywood to get there. And so it's just like I'm walking out, I got like my guitar, I'm like, shit, I'm just like so badass. I got like my collar flipped up and I'm like walking in. And it's just like, we go and then we're just like in there, just like recording this album, blood, sweat, and tears, like in the freezing cold. And it's like a video of me playing, and there's like a space heater right up to my fingers because it's like I'm going super fast and I need my hands to be warm. It's like that. It's just gonna be badass.
What time were you doing it?
It's like the hours, because it's like a business. It's like the Snide is right next to two like office buildings, so they can't play during normal work hours. So the hours on weekdays are literally like 6 p.m. I mean like 8 p.m. to like 4 in the morning, and then it's like, it's like 8 p.m. to 2 in the morning, and then 6 p.m. to 4 in the morning on the weekends. Like that's just crazy.
It's a little better. That's good enough.
If you are okay, this just sounds so funny, bruh. Respect the OGs, bruh. Like for real, respect your OGs. If you're not OG, I'm talking about 2022. If you're not an OG, yo, fuck you, bruh, and fuck you too. I know you're looking at me. If you're not an OG, you can come, but you gotta respect your OGs. At the end of the day, because you know what?
Bro, I feel targeted.
Bro,
No, you're
Halloween in your alley.
Bro, I'm sorry.
if you weren't there, bro.
I didn't see the tag when they played the Beaver for the second time ever, like you did.
Okay, yeah, bro.
Sorry, bro.
Okay, well, listen. On a serious note, let me up. There we go.
Slender man.
See you later. Okay.
Dude, I'm gonna leave.
Anything else?
No. If you're new gen, just
And then you're like Gen X Mafia.
Gen X,
Like
old gen mafia.
And then I'm like, I'm a new Gen X.
Old gen, OG.
Yeah,
Old gen,
Bro, wait.
old gen mafia.
Bro, wait, no.
But what the fuck? What was that?